hearing on the CIG petition on the issues of displacement of people, high cost of power to customers, and various other aspects related to hydropower projects. The hearing will be headed by the members of APTEL, which is being led by Ambuj. The participants to the hearing are Ministry of Power headed by Deepak, CERC by Anand, CEA by Kailash, Policy Support Team is headed by Nikesh, Developers headed by Anshuman, and CIG by Jacob. Now I'll request our panel from APTEL to take over, please. Thank you.
Good morning all. Good morning all. We are here to conduct this case. So first of all, we'll call the aggrieved party, that is the CIG, to come over and state their case so that we may know what are their main concerns. So somebody from CIG, please.
We have the major point we want to raise is that the power projects, they are designed for design energy. For the first 10 years, the project will be paid for the full design energy, even though it operates less than its design energy. So the hydrological risk, that is when the water flow in the river is less than the anticipated water flow, then the generated power is less than the design energy. But even though the generators are being paid for the entire design energy, so in that case, when generation is less, demand is more, the tariff of the generated electricity is supposed to be higher, and the entire burden is being shifted to the consumers. So that is the main issue. Even after completion of 10th year, 50% of the hydrological risk is shared by the project developers, and converse is not true. As in, when the flow in the river is higher, the electricity generated is higher than the design energy. The project promoters gets to keep the charge recovered from the sale of increased electricity generated.
Good morning, everyone. I have the first question for CERC. My question is, why surprises and why each team not included in discussion before announcing the regulation?
To start with, very good morning to all of you. Regarding the question that you just raised about the stakeholders, you have to understand that the primary job of a regulator is to make economic decisions and not political ones. So, consumer interest is definitely very important, but consumer interest guided by political will is not so very under our mandate to say. Secondly, we do not have the requisite proportion of hydropower as is required by us, as is stipulated or was planned at the very start of our reforms process. We intend to have a 60:40 ratio of thermal and hydro. Right now we are working under 76:24. And also you have to look at it from this point of view that the government cannot make such large investments considering the cash constraints that it has. The capital is usually available in the private sector only, and that capital will be invested only based on the return on investment. So that incentive has to be provided in order to attract private capital into the sector, and that was the primary reason, that was the primary guiding force that we used to make these policies. That would be all.
But our question was that why are there surprises in the participants, and why were not each and every group included in the discussion before formulating a policy so as to avoid these kind of issues coming up later on when the policies have been framed?
Okay, to this I would reply that it's not exactly a surprise because these policies were framed by sitting together with CEA and the Ministry of Power. All the concerned parties were actually taken into consideration. Apart from,
were the consumers included in the discussion?
The consumers do not or rather at that point of time did not form a consolidated body with whom we would have a constructive decision.
But still, if the consumers are the one who should be benefited by the power project, so is it not so that those people should be the primary concern that you should be taking?
Yes, but there is no doubt that they are. But once again, the fact remains that they are not in a consolidated group. You cannot go out and talk to each and every consumer who's going to benefit from your project. We definitely had their interest in mind, and I would say the primary interest of consumer at this point of time is the availability of power rather than the rates at best, because in any case it's being electricity available to us is being sold at a very high rate.
Someone from the consumer interest group wanted to ask something.
We have the mic, please.
Ministers from MOP, I would like to ask you that already Minister of MOP as well as CERC, that you have given 16% rate of interest, or you have already given it, okay? Then what is the point in giving this return on equity? That what is the point in giving this benefit for 10 more years, that you will be getting the amount for design energy as well, whatever energy has been designed to? Because 16% is quite enough to attract investments in the sector. Why these additional things are given? Again, cost will be.
One more thing I would like to add is that the Ministry of Power is just saying that they are giving all these incentives to comfort the investors and the others. But the major interest that they should consider are the consumers. You should also make them comfortable. It doesn't mean that you give all the incentives to the investors.
So, they are not benefited actually. They are into the brain if you take in the long term. So for that 40-60 ratio has been given on. They have to supply 100 units per month to the local areas, and local people are more benefited. Now they are in amendment of R&R policy. If you take employ all as mentioned by Deepak, the employment opportunities also given to those people, and before starting the construction they have been given to lump sum amount for settling themselves. All those plans have been introduced, and still the Minister of Power is working out to bring more policies which is very good to the people, which is under, because this policy has been amended in 2008 only. Also, and the
So in India, there is a, can I speak?
Please.
Whenever there is a project comes up in India, some of the consumer interest group which says that they are beneficiaries of all the people of India, they come up and say that they are doing this for the benefit of others. But I want to ask a question to all of them, that at present the citizens of India is having a better lifestyle than what has been in from 1980s to 1990s. How it is? Only because of the capital inflow that has come from the private sector. So for looking into the consumer interest always, if our interests are not being seen, do you think that we can really survive in this country? Another question is that you have always been taking account of your risk, and what about the risks that the developers are having? And if we are taking into account, there is a lot of risk also involved in us. So these are also should be taken into account, and we will also come into all this risk if we are given a chance.
one more thing I would like to say here is, you said the 16% interest is very much good for the investors. If there it had been, the ratio of the thermal and the hydro mix in today's scenario must not have been this. It must have been equal. Because the thermal is assessing the more interest because the capital cost is high. You are giving them all the clearances beforehand, but in hydropower stations we have to make our clearances. There are huge cost for the forest we divert. We have to pay for it. That's the capital cost is so high. And I would like to urge everybody out here that the DPR should be prepared, being prepared on the very past data which CEA has done very earlier. Because of this only there are so much of hydrological risk, and we are not the people who have to pay for it. These are the technical faults of the CEA which has to be answered.
And another thing I would like to add is, as we all know that hydropower stations are always built for peaking, for the peak demands. So whatever the peak demands that are met are generally from the industrial consumers or the consumers who can pay it. And if you can check with the difference of the hydropower project and the thermal power project, it costs about the thermal power project costs about 4 crores and it costs about 5.3 to 5.7. So there is always a huge difference, and it is according to the people's ability to pay. Only then we are going to set up, taking into consideration, only we set up these projects. So I think what are the tariffs and all which we are planning here, or which we have already planned, is apt for the people who can pay it.